Hello, my League of Eagles, and welcome to Leaders in Light, Love, and Legacy. It's you. We're here every Tuesday live, and this is the season that you shine beyond the season. I'm Joy Ruffen, your Minister of Enlightenment, Awareness, and Awakenings, and your Signature Style and Leadership Specialist. Every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fave Unite Radio. I am Joy Ruffen. I'm joined every Tuesday by a dynamic voice who will bring you wisdom, insight, and unapologetic truth to the table in whatever type of business or work that they're doing. Because we love truth, beauty, and the love that flows from that. And if you're craving more style, more depth, more purpose, you're exactly where you're meant to be. This month, our theme is You Shine Beyond the Season. It's a call to awaken, to rise, and to let your light speak loud, louder than words. Every conversation we share this month will connect back to that theme, helping you step more fully into your presence, your brilliance, and your power. And by golly, you have it. And I want you to embody that spotlight in every way. So I've launched my campaign style clarity bundle, a complimentary 7-step confidence bundle. And the caveat is a private one-on-one session with me. So subscribe today at joyruffen.com/style clarity and discover your confidence that you can wear. And if this is the first Tuesday of the month, it would be just me, but this is not the first Tuesday of the month, so we have a featured guest speaker. Oh my goodness, where do I begin and where do I start? I met this lovely lady some time ago. We had a natural chemistry rapport, and I want to share a wee bit with you about her background, but what I want you to just sit back and relax, because in a short time I'll bring her up, and I want you to hear from her lips exactly what she's about and what she's doing. Her name is Wendi. I can never get her last name right. All of you know out there by now I have a hard time with pronunciations, but that doesn't stop me. I think it's Wendi Grafe, and if not, she'll let me know. Is a Chief Solution Officer of BrainCX AI. AI is in the forefront of everything. She leads the creation of the next generation's voice AI and omni-channel experiences for high-stakes industries like healthcare, higher education, and customer service, helping organizations build personalized. And you know, this is the era of individuality, originality, and the awakening to emotionally intelligent and measurable customer interactions. Now, there's so much more I could share with you, but I want you to meet Wendi. So Wendi, as they say on the telly, come on up and welcome.
Hi, Joy. So glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you because your work ignites and inspires something within me. So before we get going with all the things we're going to be talking about, tell me a little bit about your background, more than I described before we got to what you're doing now. How did you come to this wonderful work that you're doing now?
Well, Joy, it's, life is a journey, and
Yes.
It's never a straight line. We always have curves and unexpected forwards and backwards. And I've been no different in my career. I started off in the higher ed space, and I spent about 16 years in that period of time in the early 2000s where online education wasn't really a thing. And it definitely wasn't something that people had confidence in. I'm delighted to share that over the 16 years, I helped move that needle from, hey, what is this idea, to a reality. And what I found in that time was I enjoy bringing clarity to chaos. So everything I've done along the way, where I get the most excitement and where I find myself being attracted to, is where is there now a space where there is chaos or a misunderstanding and there's not a clear path. And I find myself constantly dipping into those areas. So higher ed is where it started. Then I moved to my own consulting firm where we had a variety of bringing clarity to chaos. as well then entered the automotive world and helped reshape some of the way that dealerships operate and things of that nature. And then ultimately, AI became much more front and center.
Yes.
And I said, this is the next thing. In the same way that the internet was a huge step forward,
yes.
I just knew that I need to understand this whole world of AI and do what I love to do and try to bring that clarity to chaos. And that's exactly what I'm doing today at BrainCX as the Chief Solutions Officer, as well as doing some speaking and some consulting in the AI space and beyond.
Well, Wendy, I love this because the bundle that I'm promoting now is a style clarity bundle, and it's a one-on-one with me. But what I love that you are saying and what you're sharing with us is that word clarity is very prevalent in this year, the latter part of 2025 and big time into 2026, because there is a lot of confusion. There's a lot of anxiety and concern about everything, and especially AI. And I love your clarity to chaos. And I'm going to twist it around a bit and say chaos to clarity. That's what you're giving. You're taking the chaos of the misunderstanding and confusion about AI and making it, clarifying it for those who need to understand it more. So I like that. And then I can feel your passion for it. It is front and center now. It is the new frontier, so to speak. So let's go to the nuts and bolts of it. Too much AI info, yet not enough. How do you share and explain to us what you mean by that? Too much AI information. I think it ties into your clarity to chaos, yet not enough. How do you define it?
Thanks, Joy. AI is everywhere.
Yes.
It's on every news channel, every podcast, every social media outlet. AI. We're bombarded.
Yes.
With information. And so, coupled with, we don't have a great understanding.
No, we don't.
What it actually is. So a lot of us think of, oh gosh, I think back to that Will Smith movie, and the AI robots, they're going to come and get us. And there's a lack of knowledge in terms of what is AI. And, Joy, the lack of information creates information.
Oh, yes.
And although there is tons of information about AI, it's almost like it's not in layman's speak. So what do I do with this, whether it's personally or professionally?
Right.
And so that theme that I introduced of, clarity to chaos is I love to help people wrap their heads around.
Right.
Not all the headlines, not all the fear. And I get the fear, but oftentimes ignorance drives fear. Right?
Ooh. Say that again, because there's such profundity in that. Yes, indeed.
Ignorance drives fear.
Fear.
And the bottom line is AI is not going anywhere. It's here. And the thing that's interesting, Joy, is I find that people think that, oh gosh, AI is this brand new thing. All we knew was sci-fi in the past.
Yeah.
And I like to remind people that AI has been around for probably longer than we think.
Yes,
right?
indeed.
So why don't we start with, Joy, simplistically. What is AI?
Yes.
Right? And there's 1,000 different terms and 1,000 different headlines and all of those things. But at its core, AI is a set of technologies that enable machines to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. At the end of the day, all these different ChatGPTs and machine learning and generative AI, all those terms, and they'll probably change 18,000 times tomorrow. But at the core, AI, it's technology.
Technology.
That allows a machine to do tasks that used to require human intelligence. And that can be very simple to very complex.
And why, Wendy, is that so prevalent now, that's instilling a lot of fear in more than those who are not, and many who are not. But why is it? Because people fear that it's going to be taking over their jobs and positions. And why now is that more prevalent than ever before? This AI nuance of what's going to be.
Sure. And I think it goes back to, Joy, what we were just talking about.
Yes.
It's the unknown.
The unknown.
The unknown. And human nature is, if our senses haven't already made it real to us,
yes,
the lack of information will create information. And are there, as with anything, Joy, bad actors, bad players? Yes, of course. Right? And can AI be used in a negative way? Absolutely. But can it, and does it hold a power of positivity? Yes. And if we look back to history, right, when Henry Ford was like, here's my car, I got this thing, there was tons of fear, right?
Yeah.
It's going to take away jobs. It's going to lead to accidents and then people getting hurt. And how are we going to control it? Now we can't even think about a world without automobiles.
Exactly.
Right? And it's just now part of our infrastructure, part of our everyday. We don't give it a second thought.
Yes, yes.
And it's the same, Joy, with other elements that we've had. So I want you to think about when you used to go, let's call it 20 years ago. And you're like, okay, I want to go on a trip. I remember the times where you'd have to look at a map and have to unfold something. Maybe the luxury to go to AAA and get a trip ticket, right? With every page, with every street, turn right here, turn left here. Then it evolved. And the next thing was that we had these digital maps. We had MapQuest that you could go to your computer and print out something.
It's amazing, Wendy. It's amazing.
And then it evolved to, well, we could put these little gadgets in our car and it would give us the directions in real time. That's an example of where we went from paper, human intelligence, understanding something, to the use of a machine. Back when we had to plug in those systems, that was AI. And today we use AI. I know I can't even get around a town I've lived in for 20 years without navigation. So AI has been in our lives for a very long time. But as with anything, Joy, sophistication, how the capabilities and the unknown elements is what has people, understandably so, concerned.
Well, we all more or less in different ways, we look for safety and contentment and all of that good stuff. But by the same token, that unknown scares the bejesus out of most people. And when you think in your analogy about Henry Ford and the car, and the same for airplanes and the same for cell phones, it's only 20, maybe 25, 30 years that we've had the cell phone. Before that, it was a landline and so on and so forth. So technology and the unknown, what we're talking about, space, I don't know about that, but here we are in an area where we have to learn to navigate it and master it in our style, our way, that will benefit us and not have fear of it. And that human intelligence is important because it's about know thyself. Why now do you think that it's becoming more prevalent and it's in the forefront more than ever before? Because what you said, Wendy, it's true. It's always been here, but now it's up at the forefront. Why now? Why now?
The bottom line is the advancement of it. It's no longer behind the curtain, right? It's in front of us at all time. In the past, it was, no one was really thinking about, when I plug in that navigation system into my car, I'm using AI, right? That's not where our heads went. No. But now with the rise, and it's in front of the curtain, that AI is part of the everyday conversation. Is why it's now. And from whether on a personal standpoint, how you utilize AI in your life, an Alexa, a Siri, that's all AI that you're relying on, as well as in the corporate space. Corporations that aren't thinking about or haven't already moved to utilization of AI, they're already behind. And so
I love your analogy because I love the clarity that you bring to us about AI, because most of us need to be aware of that. But the word that you use, I'm a wordsmith, and because of all of the issues that I deal with, but you mentioned it was behind the curtain. Well, most everyone wants to know what's behind that curtain, but how they approach it and how they unfold or uncover or whatever, swipe it away. That's what's the issue here and now, what we're dealing with. I love this. Wendi, before we get going more and more, because your awareness and knowledge of this wonderful AI that I love, but I also see the pitfalls and the advantages of it. Tell us where we can connect with you, because this is radio. It's a wee bit different from the other medium that I do here on Leaders in Light, Love, and Legacy. Where do people connect with you? How do they connect with you? Give us your website if you can, your email, whatever you want to give, so people, they will get this and then they will be able to get back and forth with it, because it'll be on all the social media platforms. But give us that before we go forward.
Sure. So as with anyone, I'm everywhere, right? So, from a website standpoint, I encourage people to visit BrainCX.
Yes.
Right. And BrainCX AI, and check us out, as well as you can find me on LinkedIn. My email address is Wendi, WENDI .grafe, GRAF as in football, E as in elevator, at BrainCX.ai. And any of the normal channels, easiest way is LinkedIn or email. Yes. We're always all connected to our devices, and I look forward to connecting with your listeners.
That would be great. That would be great, because I think this AI is the new frontier, and it is a wave of the future. We've talked a lot, and you shared with us a lot about the unknown and what to come and how we can deal with it. I like when you started off bringing in the Will Smith movie. I think most of us remember that, the bad versus good and so on. But give us what your take is about a model for collaborative intelligence. Yep. Explain to us a wee bit more in depth what you mean by that, because I'm all about collaboration, especially for us women, for all the different reasons. But how do you interpret that for us when it comes to AI?
Thank you for asking, Joy. And I'm actually going to bring up one of my favorite books of 2025. Is people much smarter than I had a way of looking at this. And so the name of the book is Human Plus Machine. And it was written by Daughtry and Wilson. And what this book does, it explores how humans and AI can work together and not be in competition, but be in collaboration. It talks about how AI isn't about replacing people, or it should not be. It's about a collaborative intelligence.
Yes.
That humans and machines together outperform either one alone. And they give this methodology of how to think about it. And they refer to it as melds, which I think is very appropriate, right? We're melding human and machine. And what MELD, it's an acronym, and what it stands for is mindset, experiments, leadership, digital core, and skills. And if we think about that acronym that Daughtry and Wilson put together for us, and again, we are good players in this. We are ethical. We are looking at how do we utilize this technology for good, and that ethics being as critical as any other emerging technology or emerged technology. Is that the key in looking at this melds is most people might think, oh, well, mindset. That's the number one thing. If you don't have the right mindset, then you can't possibly understand AI for your personal life, your professional life, all of that. I would interject, Joy. Most important of those mindset, experiments, leadership, digital core, skills is experiments. So what I want to say, Joy, is that I grew up in a town right outside of St. Louis, Missouri on the Illinois side. But from my parents' backyard or the house I grew up in, you could see the St. Louis Arch. So I grew up knowing the Missouri motto of show me. Show me.
I love that.
So how do you get credibility for your own thoughts as well as introducing this as a leader, etc.? Is the proof's got to be in the pudding. People distrust AI. They don't understand it, whatever the reasons may be. So of this methodology, MELDS, that's out there, I would implore people, even in their personal lives, but absolutely in a professional realm, is experiment. Find what works. Start small.
Yes.
So let's use an example, Joy, of like a hospital, right? We all like look at AI as, oh, it's going to do the diagnosis. It's going to look at my x-ray. I'm never even going to talk to a doctor again. It's going to do all the work. Absolutely not. Is that there are elements of that may be future potential? Yes. But a hospital should not be going in saying, oh, this is our next step. Why don't we start with an experiment of answer the phone?
Yes.
That I, as a patient, trying to connect with someone that's in the hospital, I'm not waiting on hold. I'm not going through an annoying press 1, press 76, and goes back into a weird loop. Let's experiment with something low risk. See what works. Get your feet wet.
Yes.
Understand the culture around these changes.
Discovery.
100%. Joe, you're spot on. Discovery. And eventually build up from low risk via experimentation, because some of those experiments might fail. Okay, but fail fast. Learn from it. Build up gradually with the right other elements where the mindset comes in, leadership comes in, digital core comes in, and skills come in. But start experimenting to see what's possible.
Wendi, I really think this is beyond phenomenal in so many ways, because how you started off sharing this information with us, you mentioned that word that most all of us, as my momsy would say with half a brain, we're all about togetherness. We know that it's best not alone, but with others. So togetherness, and then how you tied it into this book, Human Plus Machines and Meld, because I'm always saying we meld things together, we blend things together. And then the acronyms that you give us for that: mindset, experimentation, leadership, dignity, and skills. It fits, but it's somewhat new, blending it all together for a lot of us. So I get that. And when we get to how, by the way, this book, I got the name, but who did you say is the author of this book? Who wrote this book?
Absolutely. Paul Daughtry and H. James Wilson. You can find it on Amazon.
Okay, good. I'm going to look for it. I'm going to get that book, because I really know, just like back in the day with the Wild Wild West and the New Frontier and all of that, this is the new frontier. So I want to find out more about that. How do you think, Wendi, that most of us who are in leadership, whatever level or type of leadership we're in, what would be with AI some of our major responsibilities to make sure that are embedded within our DNA as we inspire others as a leader?
Great question, Joy. Is lean in.
Lean in.
This is happening, right? With or without you as a leader, it's happening. And shame on you if you don't take this bull by the horn and figure it out. One, because your competitors are going to.
Yes.
We're going to figure it out. And two, as a leader, we are stewards of innovation.
Yes.
Our responsibility to, yes, enable these experiments to happen so we can show people the benefits of AI and reduce that fear, but establish that mindset throughout the leadership team so that you can figure out the right skills and is there areas of opportunity in your digital core and your data and your technology stack. Bottom line is, Joy, a leader needs to lead. And this is an area where they need to lean in and set the pace for their organization. And that's what, at BrainCX we do each and every day is, again, this clarity to chaos concept is we get so many people. I don't even know where to start. How do I even start with this? What do I do? I don't know how much I should be paying. How much is too much? And At BrainCX, we look at it as a partnership where we need to make sure that we are setting people up for success for their business and not giving too much that they can't handle, and in a way that helps, again, bring clarity to chaos that is this AI world.
I love that, because I think any good partnership is a collaboration where it is, you mentioned earlier, a win-win for both. And when you say lean in, if you're in leadership, your responsibility to self first is to learn all that you can about this new AI technology and share it with the people who are working with you, not for you, with you. That's always been my stance. It's not people who work for you, people who work with you, because that's what collaboration and a partnership is really all about. And you have to lean in and learn something. And you said about set the pace. My schooling, and I know it's yours without asking, Wendy, was that everything emanates from the top down. So if the vibe somewhere in the middle, or as you get more, if it's not working and they've lost some of the clarity that's needed to be the leader that they're called to be, then it's time to go back and reach for the things that are missing. So I love that. I know that you do a lot of speaking. You go here, there, and about, and you do a lot of national organizational strengthening leadership speaking. So tell us, what are some of when you go out to give your talks, do they tell you what to speak about or ask you to speak about, or do you just have a certain topic or a certain range of things that you speak about to ignite in others this love and passion for AI?
Thanks for asking, Joy. Is right now, the hot topic is AI, right? And so I've had a myriad of asks and have had the absolute privilege of speaking with middle leadership, board level leadership around AI. Much of what we're talking about here today, Joy, of how do we even think about this?
Yes.
Help us know how to move forward. Demystifying, if you will.
Yes, yes.
Lately, that has been the big topic.
I bet. Mm-hmm.
Right? There's other things in my bag of tricks we can talk about. I have leadership information. One of my big passions, Joy, is in the world of learning. Ooh. So how do you best influence, train, teach, engage your people, whether that's leadership, middle, front line? Those are typically my big three topics around, obviously today, AI, leadership, motivation, and then how to best inspire, engage, train, and move your people forward with their self or organizational development.
Wendy, I love that, because you mentioned and highlighted for us learning. And that goes back to experimentation with the MELD, MELDS, because if you're not open to learning something new, and if you've closed yourself off, and then you have that know-it-all attitude, you've already lost the race. You are not able to lean in and set the pace. And that's what's important. And many people who want to just need to hear that more and more and more. The time flies here, my lady love. I don't know where it goes. I say this every week, every day. But what is your biggest takeaway, your food for thought? What is it that you want to leave those who are tuning in, mainly for the replay, as it will be scattered throughout the global system? What is it you want most people to take away from our conversation today?
I think, Joy, from our conversation today, it would be around, don't allow fear to stop progress. And if you are a leader, it really is up to you to lead. And in today's world, AI is that place that needs leadership. We don't need buzzwords. We don't need bad actors. We don't need people trying to solve 18 million problems. Let's start small and find this balance that can truly benefit us in finding the real pairing of machine and human.
Ooh.
Lean in, bring that clarity to chaos.
Love that. Wendy, thank you, thank you, thank you. That is my takeaway. take away the chaos, let clarity blend itself and take away and erase that chaos. And also you ended with buzzwords, the words that are everywhere, but I don't think a lot of people get the nuance of what they mean. The influencers and the experts. Continue to be the learners. Continue to be the person who wants to lean in and gather what you need and set the pace for the people who are working with you. Wendi, thank you. Hold tight while I close out, but you have given us so many golden platinum nuggets that I can only say thank you again. My League of Eagles, what a rich and soul-stirring conversation we shared with Wendi Grafe today. I hope that you walk away with much of the food for thought that she gave us. There's so much information here. I hope you'll listen to it over and over again because there's so many nuances of things that she said that are beyond powerful. I trust you're leaving this episode with a highlight that you can carry into your own way of working. And the biggest one, there's so many, but clarity to chaos is a tag that you can use because that's what your assignment and my assignment is about. That's a wrap for today's episode for Leaders in Light, Love, and Legacy. And remember, I'm Joy Ruffen, always honored to be your guide and companion on this path. Let me leave you with a precious gem from Wendi. I'm repeating it. She gave us so many, but clarity to chaos because there's so much confusion out here now, especially about AI. And if you want some enlightenment, awareness, and an awakening that's genuine, real, and true about it, then you have no better person to connect with than Wendi. And as your minister of enlightenment, awareness, and awakenings, let me leave you with this. So many use the word empowerment, but few truly understand it. Empowerment without liberation is empty. Liberation must come first. And that's what much of what Wendi shared with us today about AI, the new frontier, breaking free, shedding what no longer serves you, and walking away from the fear into the light. Only then can empowerment take root and flourish. When the two hands walk hand in hand, true transformation unfolds. That's when you step into your signature style, radiate your confidence that you can wear and truly own your spotlight. So, to support this journey, I've designed my Style Clarity campaign. You know, we love that word clarity. It's prevalent today. Please visit joyruffen.com/styleclarity and claim your complimentary 7-step confidence bundle where you will gain a one-on-one session with me. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Joy Ruffen, Fashioning Femininity, Style, and Truth, for more conversations that blend style, substance, and soul-stirring, awakening conversations like we had today. So my Eagles, until the next time, keep rising, keep shining, and remember to spread your wings and soar high. You're in leadership, and leadership needs your being able to, this is what Wendi left us with, MELDS, melds your awareness into your journey. That's your mindset, experimentation, leadership, dignity, and the skills that you come to the table with to share and to collaborate in partnership with others. My Eagles, you shine beyond the season. It is your season. So I'm sending you much, much love from my heart to yours. Be and stay well. All the best. Until the next time. Cheers.